Hello there everyone, welcome in Void, welcome in Gotta Go Last, welcome in Mixa. I hope you had a good stream, Mixa. So today, we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club, which you might be thinking, we already played Doki Doki Literature Club, what are you doing? Yeah, I played Doki Doki Literature Club and I got a really shit run because I didn't understand how the poems worked, and so I didn't romance anyone in particular. This time we're gonna actually go for a story. Woo! Doki Doki Literature Club Plus has some new stuff. I don't know if it has anything new in the actual game. We did the side stories a little while back and stuff on that. I think I had a stroke on my previous messages. Yep. Doki Doki Loop. Are you going for the true ending? I think I've already got the true ending. Not on stream, but I think it's the true ending where you romance everyone in like different saves. Because if so, I got that in my own time accidentally. Just because I was trying to 100% the game. But I wasn't actually paying attention, so I don't know like the intricacies really. But basically, that's the save scum method. Yeah, that's what I did. Basically, when I first played, that's the true ending. Okay, I did get the true ending. So we got, I think there's two endings in total. There's the true ending and then there's just any other ending, which we got the any other ending. But we're not focusing on endings, we're focusing on gameplay. It's about the journey, not the destination. So we're gonna, cause I didn't know what I was doing, you know, I half romanced Sayori, I think I half romanced Natsuki. We didn't focus on Yuri at all, so that's what we're gonna be doing in this first run. We're gonna be doing 3 probably. 1 for Yuri, 1 for Natsuki, and 1 for Sayori, probably in that order. And yeah, we're starting off with Yuri, because she went very underappreciated because all of the words that she liked in her poems were very big words, and I picked the ones that I just thought were nice. So yeah, we're gonna be trying to go for Yuri, that's why the stream title is what it is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I have already played this, but we'll probably be getting some new content with Yuri. I also want to point out that before I started stream, I loaded up the game, and I was at the Monica section, like the spoilers, but you know, after she's erased everyone and she's just like in a room with you. I was at that section, which I didn't remember being there, so I just reset. So there might be something like Undertale where it like knows that you've reset and it like has different text based on that. I don't know, but I did reset just before stream. Yuri likes interesting words. She likes all the big words. My favorite true ending's true ending and every other ending. I looked it up before stream, and I think that's basically it. If you do anything, you get that one ending, and then if you do romance everyone, then you get true ending. But yeah, let's go into it. I almost clicked investigations. Don't have the VTuber model loaded because it does not run with Doki Doki Literature Club. But yeah, Ren P isn't as complicated as Game Maker, so I don't think that'll work. Romance everyone? Yeah. The way that I did it, I don't know if there's any other option to do it, but I basically romanced someone on one save, romanced another person on another save, and romanced the third person on the other save. So I had 3 saves that I was going between, and I didn't even mean to get a true ending. I was just doing it so that I could unlock all of the stuff and 100% the game and get all the achievements and stuff just as fast as I could. But yeah, I don't think anything's going wrong. The audio should hopefully be good. Part of me is like, oh, something's going wrong, but I don't think so. So yeah, this should all be good. Training is unlocked if you see the CGs. I'm bad at acronyms. CGs meaning. CGs means congratulations, that is not right. I can tell you right now, that's not right. Thank you for the follow, by the way. It's Big Toba, you playing a romance game. Yeah, I decided that we're going to be playing all spooky games, but you know, Doki Doki Literature Club is an exception because we love Doki Doki. Not scary at all. I just decided to play this for no apparent reason. But yeah, let's... Computer graphic, okay, which refers to the scene graphic. I understood 3 of those words. I'm very dense. No, that's not the word. Smart. Hello there, Jeremiah 2. W. Absolutely W. Playing this game is always a W. Welcome in. But yeah, let's start. I think that everything should be good. Please enter your name. Where do I enter? Did I just type? Oh yeah. Well, if we're romancing Yuri, I can think of one name that we could be. There we go. Played this 6 times. Yeah, this game is really replayable. I really like it. Is this Sayuri? God, I've forgotten everyone's voices. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Hey! I see an annoying... Forgot about this line. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayuri, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. I almost called her a neighborhood. Waving goofy arms, we love Sayuri. Sayuri's lovely. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waking up. I remember when I first played, I actually like, Sayuri's a neighborhood, she is a whole ass neighborhood. When I originally played this, I was like, are we just playing a dating game? I thought there was something special about this, but this time I'm going into it with the knowledge. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayuri catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe. But only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Sorry, I just saw the name. You said that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Yuri. This name's never gonna get old. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. That's a weird thing to say. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. I think I'm a guy in this game, so I'm giving myself a slightly deeper voice. Who wear school uniform when meeting with their friends? Because we're going to school, and I went to school, I think. I'm pretty sure. By the way, Yuri, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Yeah, that'd suck, wouldn't it, Sayuri? That'd be pretty bad, wouldn't it? Hopefully that doesn't happen to me. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayuri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Fucking absolute peak of society, this guy. Fucking absolute... Just... Yup. Hello? Sayuri? Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Also, this music is just... Has it just been the same notes for ages now? Oh, there we go, we got something going on. Dun 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 dun. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayuri. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayuri's vice president of the Literature Club. I hate reading. Ugh. Books. I'd had those anime background, why is it a stock image now? I'm pretty sure these images are all made for the game, but maybe not, maybe they are just stock images. You know, we're in a class. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my only interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Jesus, I'm just awful. I'm so mean. I already don't have any ideas for clubs. My friend is proposing like, hey, you can come to my club, maybe it'll make you feel more welcome. And I'm like, no, fuck you. Fuck you. You shouldn't make promises that you can't keep, bitch. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. That rings a lot truer now that I know how this game goes. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I can't fucking speak, by the way. That's something you'll get to know about me. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Who had to kill the atmosphere? Ah, Yuri. It caught me by surprise again. It caught me by surprise again. Ah, Yuri, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! What are you looking at, weirdo? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, apparently. Don't know where I heard that from, but something tells me her name might be Natsuki. My detective skills, intuition, is giving me some sort of insight. Maybe this girl's name is Natsuki? No. Is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. That's one of the reasons I don't like the Natsuki route. I feel like Natsuki is very child-coded. She feels like she's like 12 or 13, and like, the game says everyone's over 18 because they have to say that, but like, it feels weird doing Natsuki route, especially that one scene. Everyone who's seen my playthrough knows which scene I'm talking about. You know the scene. That one I really don't like. I'm not looking forward to Natsuki's route, but we're gonna do it. But I really don't like that one scene. Hopefully we're doing Yuri right now, so hopefully it's better, but where the boys real men date the boys? Exactly, yeah. we gotta go into a literature club full of men, cause real men all date men. Girls are the girliest things that can exist, so by being a testosterone-filled man, you gotta date more men, because the manliest thing is men. Hello, why? Why? Why hello there? Potato, welcome in, I hope you're having a good day. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my— oh, never mind, I said it pretty loudly. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Just don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. Hey, it's great to see you again, Yuri. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Yuri. We made room for you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna laugh every single fucking time. I swear I'm gonna laugh every single time. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. What do you mean you've made a room? I'm assuming that there's supposed to be like just one big table that was made, but it's just not. What do you mean you made room? I don't think that there's people sitting at many of these desks. There's gonna be like Natsuki, and there's Yuri, and there's Monica, and then there's Sayori, and it's like, well, we made some room for you. Here, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it is, like, supposed to be, like, a few desks that are, like, all put together to make a little table. But that's just not what it is. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one spare next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, and Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Oh, Yuri opens the closet, do you say? Ooh, does she come out of it? Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Little kitty cupcakes. The whiskers are drawn with icing. I also don't remember, like, I remember this now that it's happening, but I don't remember this game. So as it's happening, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know this. Even though, like, now I remember that there were little cupcakes decorated like cats, but I didn't remember that, so we're basically going into this blind if you think about it. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, now I'm hungry. What the heck? Don't do this. No, don't do this. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sarah grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Oh, sorry, Sarah talks with her mouthful. It's delicious! Sarah talks with her mouthful, and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Just examining the cupcake. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. But yeah, because you're just fucking spinning her cupcake around. Just like, Like, that's a weird thing to do. It's almost like you're, like, checking for poison, like, Is this cupcake actually good? She's like, what the fuck are you doing? Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing's sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Oh, why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Yeah, I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Well, maybe. But not the... you know, you, dummy. Baka. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea really help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Monica, you're a bitch. Sorry, that was charged. Charged comment. Charged creeper. Minecraft reference. TNT. Dirt block. Bedrock. Cobblestone. Stone. Pickaxe. Diamond netherite pickaxe. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. I keep on doing my own voice when there's no name, without realizing that is still me. They're both a bitch. I don't remember Yuri being all that bad, but also I didn't do her route, which is why we're doing it now, so I don't actually really know Yuri that well. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. I don't know about this game, I'm just judging from what I'm seeing right now. Oh, okay. Well, they're lovely. Everyone's lovely in this game. There's not a single bad apple, I don't think. Except for the main character. The main character's a bit weird, but everyone else is really good. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Manika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Here's the name again, it got me. So Yowie, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga! I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. A fellow weeb. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. That was an odd thing to say. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. This will not tie into the game at all, with any kind of symbolism. I read a horror book once. One time, many years ago, I read a horror book. It was that one, you know? The one about the that horror book. It was Dracula. Yeah, that's the one I read. I pressed X. That is not right. I got investigations brain now. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. I pressed X again. I'm silly. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. As someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. It was a horrible book about horror books. It was a book that scared me because it mentioned horror books. So I was very, very scared by it. Oh, no, stop scrolling Twitter. Shut up. Don't do that. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? That's rude. What? Who gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. For a second I thought the hands were going a different place. I was gonna say, Sayuri, that's not appropriate. That's not appropriate. With how anime this game has been so far, I was expecting something very different. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. That's also a bit of a dick thing to say. I understand how Natsuki feels. Showing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. The main character's just a bad person, I think. I really don't like the main character. I really hate the main character. We all sit in silence for a moment. Yeah, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Yuri? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. What an asshole, like, come on. You don't want to join any other club, so come on. Everyone's so excited, you dickhead. Sorry you might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Yowie... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. They all look sad. Now I have to join the club. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? By using your morals, dickhead. Sorry. I just really don't like the main character. I'll take any opportunity to poke fun. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls... Sorry, I keep on changing to my normal voice when my name tag is not there, but it's still me. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayuri wraps her arms around me, gently up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came in for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Natsuki! Natsuki! You can't swear, Natsuki! Natsuki, this is a children's game for children. It's really not, but it is right now. Don't you dare swear. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. I have trouble with the word literature, by the way. You might be able to tell. I think I'm pronouncing it right, but it's difficult for me to say. Literature. Literature. I think that's how you say it, but I struggle, so... thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Yowie, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. You actually named yourself Yowie? I thought you were just mispronouncing Yuri. Nope. It's because we're romancing Yuri, so I thought I'd pick a name that suited her. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Yowie, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart from the clubroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, are we at the poem now? Okay. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. So we're going for Yuri, so I'm gonna... That's an autosave. I'm gonna try my diddly darndest to just get her words. We'll reload if I fuck up. But I do have the screenshots of the keywords, because they actually give you just like the keywords in the main menu, if you want them. I'm already stuck. Philosophy. Uncontrollable. Effulgent. If I don't know how to pronounce the word, it means that Yuri probably likes it. Variance. Entropy. Landscape. Ocean. Fuck. Sayuri, you bitch. I don't think I need perfect poems, but I'm gonna try. Covet. Uncontrollable. Uncanny. You. Philosophy. Whirlwind. Disarray. Unstable. Effulgent. Incongruent. Unrequited. Fuck! Sayuri, why do you like fucking other big words? Sayuri's always annoying because Sayuri's a mix of both of them. Sayuri's like bittersweet or whatever. So Sayuri has some of the cute words and some of the big words. Starscape. Uncontrollable. Effulgent. Contamination. Existence. Vivacious. Unstable. Frightening. Infallible. Festa. Lust? That worked. Nice. Judgment. Also, that was spelled without an E, so I think that is just an American way of spelling judgment. Sensation. Heaven sent. Landscape, we know landscape. Graveyard. Vertigo. Vitality. Essence. Ooh. Just two more. I think it's two more, right? Destiny. Alright, one more. Disoriented. We got it! Alright. Phew. Let me save that. Just in case. Phew. Hi again, Yowie. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. Perfect 2020? Absolutely. You know me, always perfect. Got that perfect 40-year win record. I'm checking Twitter notifications, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Doom doom doo doo. Do 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 do. This might be a little strange for me. Sorry, that was me. I'm also turning on streamer mode. On Discord. Alright, there we go, I'm all good now. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Yowie. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join the club this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! I mean, yeah, it is. It's a book, so it counts. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. He always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work, without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Yowie can become good friends too. Sayuri! As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. There's not a weird situation. What do you mean? I'm assuming that's something to do with, like... Ugh, she's so cute. Why did you say... I don't even know what the implication is there. They're just like, oh well, you can become good friends if you wanna. And then both of them like, ugh! Yowie and Yuri, the best of friends. We're gonna be absolute besties. Not dating because I'm gay and she is gay. As hinted by our names. But we're besties. You're even bracing today, you know? Wait, Sayuri. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. What is the... Why is this... What? Am I silly? Am I dumb? This isn't like a weird situation. What? I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. Oh, that's really nice actually, that's so sweet. Oh, that's actually lovely. Yuri, we're gonna be absolute besties, you and I. We're gonna be such besties. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it, if you wanted. Yuri's so lovely. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Ew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face was already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Yay, we got the Yuri path! But at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Hi, Apple, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. Man would just be Apple, right? Yep, Apple. Welcome in, Apple. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome in. I already said welcome in, didn't I? Oh well. Welcome in again. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. Very relatable so far, yup. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Very relatable story. Oh, don't have my headset in, so if you said something I did not hear it, I'm eating dinner while watching Baki Hanma. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. Smile. There we go. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark tone came from nowhere. He's watching anime, that makes sense. Yuri gently giggles, all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Yuri? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Having a good day, that's good to hear. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Sorry, I've been a bit sick these past few days. That's partly the reason why I didn't want to play spooky. It's because I've been a bit sick. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Look at I think we got this one in the main, when we first played through. This is a really cute one. I love all the art in this game, it's really, really cute. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. I've never felt the touch of a female. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Oh my god, she's looking at me. Was she always looking at me? She's looking at me. To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. She's smiling! Was she smiling before? I swear that she's changing. I'm gonna look at her face after every single time that I click now. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. Oh yeah, she's back to looking down. Okay. Your face does change. Yeah, that just surprised me a little bit. I wasn't expecting it. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. What do you mean? Bro, you're reading a book, you're not having sex. What are you talking about? I'm reading a book with a female. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. She did say it was relatable, so that makes sense. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. That's also kind of an asshole thing to say, right? Am I crazy? That's kind of a dickhead thing to say. Oh yeah, well, she's really unsure of herself, you know, she really just doesn't have any confidence, and she always thinks that she's doing shit wrong, so it's kind of like you, don't you think? Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. Dude, what the fuck? It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. That was kind of a weird thing to say, Yaoi. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But, Yaoi, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. What do you mean? The reason that she does it is because she's self-conscious. Why else would she second-guess herself? The MC's very rude and blunt to people he just meet. Yeah, what the fuck? I hate this main character. The only redeeming quality he has is being called Yaoi, and that's something I did. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? That's also a really weird thing to say as well. I've always found that weird. People say like, this isn't quite what's being said here, but people will say like, oh yeah, I want like a timid girl, I want like a shy girl who like always second guesses herself and is very not confident, and it's like, that's a really weird quality to find attractive, right? Okay everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing! I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri! Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. I can trust her opinion to be fair. I can trust her to be fair. I thought you were saying, like, to be fair, I can trust her opinion. But no, I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional! What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. I keep on having my mouse on the screen, I'll try stop that. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering's completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. Oh no, not this girl and girl action. Hi Deza, welcome in. Yeah, we're just doing some Yuri today. We're just being gay. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. I hope you're having a good day. I don't think I said that, but I hope you're having a good day, Deza. Welcome in. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Anti-professional thumb wrestling, why go to reading? That's also what gay people do. They thumb wrestle. This is a well-known fact about gay people. Lesbians in particular love thumb wrestling. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. This is really difficult to read. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I think I read that all right. And Apple and Potatoes is here, yep. Yeah, that's it. I read it right, I think. I hope. Yuri, your handwriting's really difficult to read. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. We were all thinking it, weren't we? What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. Uh-huh, sure thing, Yuri. You've been the rudest son of a bitch. If I thought about it, you thought about it. Come on. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. It looks nice, don't get me wrong, it's just very difficult to read. Sorry, I'm a Gen Z. I don't understand cursive. I actually can write in cursive for the record, it just doesn't look good. Digger, just checking in, have a wonderful day, I'll be back sometime. Alright, have a good day, Redeza. I hope you have a good time as well. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Yuri. Yeah, didn't you get it? It's a fucking metaphor, you dumbass! Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story, or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of her past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Yaoi. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri said Natsuki's gonna hate it, so I wanna see Natsuki's opinion. Yaoi, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. Oh, what? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Damn! Right, that one I'll accept. I'll accept him being a bitch in this circumstance. Because Natsuki started it, so... deserved. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I could have shared mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's nice. I like that. And your handwriting was much easier to read, Natsuki. Thank you so much. Thank you! I didn't take an hour trying to not digest, that is the wrong word. Dissect the letters. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts my weight in the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. You didn't realize that the last line didn't rhyme? That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I just had to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. I care a little bit. But if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I care a little bit how old everyone is. Just a bit. Let's go to Sayuri. This is a good poem, Yaoi. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. You are kind of a bitch. But that's what impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really are part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Yaoi. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh, she probably said don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Nice! Sayuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Nice! I'm so happy for you, Sayuri. Even though you were late to school? Yeah, what the fuck? Hey, you were late to school, you shouldn't have eaten anything. I mean, I don't eat anything, but still. That's also what the fuck, that's just not even right. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Now let's start to Monica. Do. Hi, Yaoi. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, hello, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Yaoi. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, Yaoi. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Maybe because you're a little fucking dumbass. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take you years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for somebody who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. Spackle? Yeah, spackle. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film let out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Yeah, if you're reading it right, which I probably wasn't. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Monika. She's so lovely. She could never do any wrong. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I can't fucking read. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant The language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Yui did too. So based on that, how glad I give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Yui liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize he was so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Yuri appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically... Going that nice. I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Yui started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they've just noticed I was standing there. Yui, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing's more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. I think the answer is just everyone should have their own opinions and their own writing styles. I think both of them were pretty good. You should just accept that other people write differently. But I'm gonna side with Yuri because I'm a simp. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to a Yui. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Yui? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's gonna be... It's gotta be Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. To be fair, Yuri was the one who kinda did start it, so, you know, just a little bit was her fault, not Natsuki, but I kinda have to side with Yuri because I'm trying to get Yuri Route. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion's different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. Yeah, I feel like a dickhead for agreeing with Yuri. Both of them were kind of in the wrong and also not in the wrong. But oh well. We're doing Yuri Route. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. Actual insight. Based Yaoi for once. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when he said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. I actually do agree with what Yaoi's saying now. Yaoi X Yuri real. So real. We're making it real. This wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody's taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayuri, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm gonna do that. Why was I talking for Natsuki? Why was I talking for her? What? Sayuri's like, hey, everyone's being a bit cruel. Natsuki, you could go for a walk if you want. And I was like, nope. She doesn't need that. How do I know, you ask? Because I'm the man. I'm the man in this club, so I know best. Females should stay where they stay in their place.
I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair.
Ah.
Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri! How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? How could anyone not have gotten frustrated? I said something. I fucked it up. I fucked on my line. You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Yaoi. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have I can't read. I'm thankful that I have reading capabilities and can read. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. No, am I crazy? That doesn't make sense. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club. Does that make sense? I think that's just me not making sense.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said. About... You know... I would never do anything so shameful.
I would.
So...
Eh? What thing did Natsuki say? Gee, I fucking wonder what she's talking about. This is anime, Yaoi. You must understand. You must know that it's gotta be the boobs. Come on. I was surprised that boobs hadn't been mentioned up until this point. Of course it was gonna come up.
Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea.
Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly.
Yaoi, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Yaoi, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sorry that beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Yaoi, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone's what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day's going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but does it really need to stop there? Maybe I could date them. Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Should we stop there? I think that there's 4 days in total. We've done the first 2. Let me just save. I think at least, right? So like we did 2 days. I think there's this, where you can bond with someone a bit more. And then the next day is where you have to pick... No, I think the day that we're on now, the one that we've just loaded, I think that that's where you pick who you're going to be spending the weekend with, and then the next day after that is the weekend, and then it turns into the second act. So you could stop there, do all that next time. Honestly, we could probably... Let me just quickly check how long my first Doki Doki stream was. Because I think I just didn't stream as long then, because I feel like this is where we left off that time. But also I think that's literally just because I didn't stream as long on those days. 1 hour 10 minutes, yeah. I did stop about here. Well... Could probably finish the first act today. I think we'll try that. We'll try at least. Alright. Vitality. Good. Essence. Universe. Festa. Graveyard. Melancholy. Incongruent. Tenacious. Misfortune. Fuck! Uncontrollable. Judgment. Alone. Fuck! Sayori! Stop giving us hints as to your... What's that called? I don't remember the word. Foreshadowing. Stop giving us foreshadowing. Grief. Fuck you, Sayori. Stop giving us foreshadowing. Agonizing. Alright, nice. Uncontrollable. Papa. God, part of me just so wants to click stuff like Papa, but I think that's like Natsuki. Captive. Effulgent. Incongruent. Universe. Tragedy. No. Vivacious. Tragedy might be Sayori. Unrequited. Fuck! Why do you like unrequited Sayori? Intellectual. You're not intellectual. Sorry, that was rude. I was taking out my anger. Romance. Fuck! Sayori, why? Sayori's gonna be the bane of my existence during these poetry things, I can already tell. Disoriented. Because even when I'm doing Sayori's path, I'm probably gonna get a bunch of these two words as well. Entropy. Hopeless. Fuck! Sayori! Why? Incapable. Because I'm incapable. Rank. Fuck you, Sayori! Contamination. Existence. Uncanny. That might be Sayori. Oh, both of these could be Sayori or Yuri. Oh, okay. After image. Misfortune. No. Intellectual. Misfortune's gonna be Sayori. Landscape. Heart. Beach. Fuck, why is that Natsuki? Natsuki, why? Ugh. I don't think I even need perfect poems, but I want them now. Excitement. Why did I think that was gonna be Yuri? I'm not even trying anymore. Disaster. Excitement. Fuck. I did that again. I did it again. I'm Thomas. A dream. Extraordinary. Fuck. I'm dumb. Incongruent. Electricity. Suicide. Fulgent. Contamination. Tenacious. Variance. Memories. Bug. A little bitch. Contamination. Sensation. Landscape. Essence. Defeat. Bug. This is pretty agonizing. Intellectual. Misfortune. Fuck. You. I hate you, Sayori. Oh my god. Nope, that is. Thank god I didn't click. That is Sayori. Tenacious. Heartbeat is Natsuki. Scars. Fuck. Why? Sensation. Captive. Melancholy. Extraordinary. Fuck! I keep clicking extraordinary because it's a big word. Agonizing. Frightening. Judgment. Unrestrained. Universe. Disoriented. Entropy. Uncontrollable. Heaven sent. Fuck! Hopeless. Fuck you. Fuck you. Contamination. Vertigo. Tears. Fuck. That one wasn't too surprising. Secretive. Frightening. Entropy. Electricity. Cage.
Effulgent. That's Sayori. That is Sayori. Tenacious. Crimson Massacre. Crimson Massacre. Crimson Massacre. Massacre. Fear. It might have been pain. Explode! Nice. I'm glad. Let's try Crimson. Alright, that is Yuri. Keep that in the brain. Intellectual. Afterimage. Effulgent. Disown. Breathe. Infallible. Uncontrollable. Alright, we're at 10. Dark. Why, Sayori? Why, Sayori? Sticky. That's Nesky. That one's not sticky, that makes sense. Whirlwind. Unending. Infallible. Misfort. Breathe. Dazzle. Oh my. I'm gonna die. Heaven sent. Despise, cause I despise you. Uncanny. Tenacious. Analysis. Landscape. Unrestrained. Intellectual. Disoriented. Brightening. Uncontrollable. Unending. Graveyard. Contamination. Unrequited Sayori. Electricity. Secretive. Oh, this is so scary. Vivacious. Okay, okay. Come on, easy ones, easy ones. Universe? That was her. Yes. Afterimage, afterimage, I know afterimage. Come on, one that I know. Explode! Yes! Oh, I'm so happy. Oh. Oh my god. You know what I should have done? I should have gotten the keywords on my other monitor. Because the thing is, I have all the keywords screenshotted. I just don't want to... on the first try too. Yeah, it's crazy that I got that on the first try. That's wild. Oh. But like, I have the screenshots of Yuri's keywords. I should have transferred them to my other monitor that I use for chat, so that I could just look over. Because the only reason I don't want to open the keywords is because I'd have to close Doki Doki and like switch between them every single time, so I'd rather just try guess. I could hella put them on the other monitor, but it's also a lot more fun to just guess. So I think I'll keep doing that. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I might get past the whole first act today. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Yuri! Yo, Sayori. Yo. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. I'm so mean. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Wanna buy a snack? Fuck you. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why do I always... It's always Yaoi and Sayori that I get mixed up. I think it's because Sayori has a Y in her name that are about the same place. But I always get those two mixed up. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Well, why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Ah. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So if you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. She's the Larry Butts of this game, I'm sorry, except not a pervert. I need to specify that because I do like Sayori, and I don't like Larry. She's Larry if Larry wasn't a perv. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. I'm fucking going Phoenix right on her ass. Oh my god. Here comes Edgeworth.
where she's saddled with unnecessary feelings. Yuri suddenly giggles. Sorry, I have to make an Ace Attorney joke even when we're not playing Ace Attorney. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. And now she's gonna go, oh my god, you noticed that I was laughing. My face is in a book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I can read this game like a fucking book. Get it? It's a joke! Literature! It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Yaoi to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, you're suffering spare enough retribution. She's so mischievous. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ugh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. That's... I have some 3 double chocolate chip cakes. They're like little square, like brownie sort of things. Oh, I'm gonna eat those after stream. I'm so gonna eat those after stream. This game is making me so fucking hungry. Oh my god. I'm gonna eat so fucking much after stream. You have no idea. It's gonna be so much. Why I say that every single time I announce that I'm going live? Oh, never mind. That's not. That's just a random person. I always get followed by like bots that are like, VTuber artist. But that was just a regular ass person. There's no way you could think that. You're right though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. Bad. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. No, I'm not giving you any more credit. You would not have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, or if you knew there were hot girls. Out of nowhere, I turned American. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What? What? Who the fuck just slapped Sayori? Yeah. Oh. What was... A cookie. Someone slapped Sayori with a fucking cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally wet seeing your reaction though. I have to wonder, how did Yao even make friends with Sayori to begin with? I'm very curious. Because both of them are just like, not at all. Yaoi must have just been like a whole different person when he was younger. Like, there's no way that these two would make friends today. It was totally weird seeing your reaction though. Natsuki. Maybe Sayori would have, because Sayori wants to make friends with everyone, but... Yaoi just fucking hates her ass. Like, oh my god. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. I see a lot of myself in Sayori, I'm gonna be honest. Her always being hungry, biting her tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite out of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. She was trying to take a bite? Sayori, you bitch! I'm getting way too invested. Sayori suddenly lands down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sarah trots away to safety. I was gonna say something about consent, but that's a whole nother conversation. You just took her cookie. You bitch. You bitch! Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayuri... Eh?
Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Oh?
Where's Monika anywhere?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than any of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me?
What? What were we talking about? I sort of spaced out for just a brief moment and I completely lost everything. Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late.
I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Eh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all.
Wait, what are we talking about? What?
You're so strong-willed.
A boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You'd have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
Piano?
I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. That's...
Monika looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Yaoi.
Monika smiles sweetly. Sorry. my voice just dropped right now, so... yeah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really.
You missed Sayuri getting slapped in the face with a cookie.
I'd choose to leave out Sayuri's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone's settled down already. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki's disappeared into the closet.
Natsuki's also in the closet, you say? Well, unfortunately, we can't we can't see her come out, but,
Hey, Yuri.
Eh?
I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
Are you book cheating on me? Yuri! Reading a different book? How could you do this to me? I thought we had something special, Yuri! How could you do this to me?
I was kind of just waiting for you.
If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet.
This is a very cozy game. I remember when we finished it because of spoilers, how it all goes to shit. I remember, like, when we finished, I was actually, like, it felt kind of sad, you know? It's like when a character dies, let's say, you know? Like, you just have that little feeling of, like, oh, I'm sad, you know? So it feels good to be back.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the can with a filter inside. But we're gonna have to go through that like 3 times in a row, so...
Nice. Can you hold this for a second? Sorry, I was... Monika.
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. Bottle of water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms.
What does that mean?
Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not? Shall we go then?
Yeah.
Where are you two off to? Eh? We're just...
Oh, Yuri was going to make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. It doesn't really sound weird. Hey, Yuri's gonna make some tea, so I thought I'd accompany her. None of this sounds weird! I really don't like the main protagonist. I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. I'm just going off with my female classmate. We're going to go into a different classmate, and, we're going to do some reading together, you see. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
We just want to walk together, man. Come on.
That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once.
Damn. Okay, fair enough.
Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve yaoi in club activities?
Eh? Damn, my mouth gives. Same.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, yaoi.
Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow.
Nice.
Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri.
Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated.
I mean, it was kind of a normal question. Oh, hey, are you two, like, going home early? Like, is everything good? Like, nothing is... This game doesn't have to be like this. We can all just get along.
What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing.
I mean...
I think nobody did the right thing. No, Monica did the right thing. She was just like, oh, hey, where are you two going? Could have made it, maybe phrased it a bit better, I don't know, but Monica was in the right, and then it was just like, here, we're just going. We're just gonna fill it. I don't get it. Yeah, Monica is fucking best. We love Monica. Never done anything wrong in her life. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Yaoi, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
Friend, you say?
Yuri lifts her head.
Yaoi, I really like being friends with you.
We are besties. Me and Yuri are besties, even though she kind of was a bit in the wrong slightly, but we're gonna just not worry about that. Absolute besties, me and Yuri. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. Being friends with a female. One of lower superiority to me. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. What do you mean? You were the one who called her your friend and she was like, hey, I like being friends with you. And you're like, this is awkward. Anyway.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Sorry. Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom.
Yaoi, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine. I don't know that. I don't know anything about tea. I know, disgrace to British people, yada yada.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you? What do you mean you really do this properly? Yeah, she's making tea. That's how you make tea, Yaoi. Fucking dumbass.
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Yeah, especially that. She's not only making tea for herself, so she can, like, you know, maybe not put as much effort into it or whatever, but, like, she's making tea for other people. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything, she wants you to have a pleasant beverage, you bitch.
In that case, he'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. He must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway.
Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Yaoi. It's very endearing.
That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. How much, Yuri? Pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Yaoi, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
By the way, this classroom... Are we back in the... Were we just going to get the water pitcher and then we're making the tea in the same classroom? Because I was about to say, this classroom looks exactly like the one we were just in. It could easily be that we're back in the classroom now, we were just fetching the water pitcher and not making the tea there. But that caught me off guard.
Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Yeah, why is that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. That makes sense.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Do you think that we're gonna have an awkward moment where it's like, boobies? Is that so? I wonder why that is.
I fucking called it. It's most likely because my...
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading.
Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book.
I can read this game like a fucking... visual novel.
Trying to think of a different joke. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sarah's candy radar. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea.
I'm getting more hungry! Why does this game keep mentioning food?
If I was playing this alone, you know that I would be eating. I'd be eating these 3 double chocolate chip cakes so much. Oh my god.
But then I'd get crumbs everywhere.
I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. Gulp!
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? With a pretty female by my side.
I'm currently eating dinner right now. Oh my god, don't you say that. I'm so hungry, oh my god.
Oh.
So hungry. I haven't had any proper food today. I think this is the only thing I've had. I actually did eat one of the double chocolate chip cakes earlier, just before stream. So that's like the only thing I've eaten the whole day, I think.
Hero was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's even more than I can handle. It's even more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus.
Grilled fish with noodles? Oh my god, that sounds delicious. That sounds delicious, even though I've never... Actually, I have tried fish before, that's a lie. But I don't remember what it tastes like. I had fish and chips before. With like fish fingers, specifically. That's the only fish I've ever eaten, but it sounds so good.
Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest.
How would you touch her chest in that position? What are you talking about? Am I crazy? Am I thinking about this wrong? The way that I'm thinking about it, how would you touch her chest? I guess if your left hand is touching, if it's your left shoulder that's touching and your left hand is holding a teacup, I guess I can see how that would happen. Kinda. I don't know, whatever.
Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing.
Yeah, because you're a weirdo.
She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course. Oh, look at her. Oh, look at the little specks in the sky. This is really pretty. I love the art of this game. I said this earlier, but I love the art of this game. It all looks so, so pretty. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any hard of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm's practically resting on top of my leg. My leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply pats her lips as if this situation was completely natural. Wait, what? Am I just gonna... But that means I can't stop here. Just put a bit of chocolate in her mouth. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Why didn't we just say like, hey, do you want some chocolate? Oh my god, her eyes are shining. This is really pretty. I like this image. Why didn't we say like, hey, do you want some chocolate? I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Well, she's fine with it, I guess. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Yeah, there we go. She's like, hey, what the fuck? This is weird. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Yowie. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that was odd. That's... Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah. It's pretty, but the MC's being creepy. The MC's always being creepy. The scene with the cream, I can never get it out of my mind. I hated that experience so much, and we're gonna have to redo it! Woohoo! That's why I want to do the order Yuri, Natsuki, and then Sayuri, because Sayuri I don't think you can hang out with her on that day. So we're gonna do Yuri, because I don't want to redo Natsuki, so I want to have Natsuki in the middle, so that it'll be Yuri, Natsuki, then Yuri again for that last scene. That's all it was. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything. Because I'd rather have, like, you know, a break where it's... Rather than do, like, Yuri, Natsuki or something like that, you know? Even though there's the whole game playing between it, but you know what I mean. I see. The situation's gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. Also, these streams might be very similar in, like, the beginning parts, where it's not, like, a specific character's time. Because I'm probably just going to be reading it all anyway. But who knows. Maybe I will skip some text if we've already read it a bunch. But I'm probably just going to read everything the same. We're not going to be playing it, like, back to back. We're going to be living, like, a couple months maybe in between. Something like that. Maybe just, like, if I don't have a game planned, we'll start Doki Doki up again, you know? But I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart's pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I thought that said breasts. I thought that said breasts. I raise my arm. Ah. Like before, Yuri pats her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath over all my fingers. Okay, everyone! Yuri talks back. Thanks, Monica. Monica's best as fuck. I love Monica. It's time to share poems. Yowie, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell's abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who did I show my poem to first? Let's go Yuri again. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Yowie, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
He's saying you've never shared your writing before. Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods.
Huh.
Huh, even your close friends. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why.
Because she's fucking self-conscious, you bitch.
Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
Oh fuck, I forgot that Yuri's handwriting is so fucking difficult to read.
The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies. As an ordinary? Does that say ordinary? Unordinary. As an unordinary human, I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The exciting beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge, the moon and increments? Increments. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and safe. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again.
That was pretty upfront. Oh wow. I can tell the symbolism in that immediately. The other one hit like eventually, but that one was pretty quick. Wow. Maybe it's just because I already know a part of this game. But oh wow, Yuri, that's a really cute poem you made there.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Really? I think that is your fault.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Yeah,
sure thing.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want you to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies.
Hobbies, yeah,
It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself? I would say that's about like any kind of addiction, but that one bit about blood and stuff, that makes it pretty obvious that it's about a very specific kind of really, really bad addiction. Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Yuri?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things can make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learnt to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself.
Well, I won't call that weirdness. I'd say that is something that shouldn't be embraced, but... You know what? You go, girl. Woohoo! Yay!
I might be ranting a bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Yuri.
That's exaggerating a little bit.
It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that.
It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Let's show it to Natsuki again, yeah? Cause she's gonna hate my guts. Fuck you, Natsuki! I fucking hate you, I'm gonna fucking throw hands! Yeah, that's right. You bitch. I feel a bit worse saying it to Natsuki, considering that she's like, as I said before, very, very child-coded.
Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort.
That's good.
But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious.
What do you mean by that?
Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're in Yuri's level.
Natsuki stops short of all of a sudden.
Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you?
I am, yeah. I am, yeah, Natsuki. You figured me out. What are you talking about? And keep your voice down.
You know Yuri would like this kind of... this angsty.
Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve. Though what I did is beyond me. Well, you kind of insinuated that Natsuki isn't a talented writer. A little bit. Like, you didn't mean to, but you did insinuate that a little bit.
I'm so done with you!
Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me.
Take your stupid poem. If you write it for someone else, just don't show it to me.
Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start.
I don't think you need to be a mind reader to understand why she's a little bit pissed.
At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place.
Let's go, Natsuki hates me!
Who did I show it to third last time? Sayori.
Ooh, I like this one, Yaoi. It has some nice feelings in it.
Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
That's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Ugh. Why didn't you at least try giving it some thought?
You wanna write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. You're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Well... I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right?
I think it's the same word I said earlier, right? Bittersweet.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Bittersweet! Yeah, there it is. I remember that she said something, and I was pretty sure that the word was bittersweet, so I'm glad that I got that right.
Yeah, I like things that are happy, and things that are sad. Happy and
sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud on your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug, and make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Yaoi. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Wait, I didn't even read Natsuki's. Damn, she was pissed.
Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me loads of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies.
The nooks and crannies.
Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time has elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. If they come in such a hurry, do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But each time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head.
Damn, I can't understand this at all. What could this possibly mean? Holy crap. Sayuri, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but... I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing's like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayuri has always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it, no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times.
Just let her be happy, you bitch.
But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
You are pessimistic, you're a little bitch. Gee, I wonder who I should show my poem to next. Hi again, Yaoi. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. Damn, it's been 2 hours, this part was long. We might finish the first act, but now that I think about it, there might be another day after this. Because I feel like Sayuri wasn't there on the day that we get to choose. Because we only get the option of Natsuki and Yuri. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. If this is where we choose what we do, who we hang out with the next day, then I will... thingy.
Ahaha, I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to shout what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her.
Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers?
I hope you don't mean that in a bad way.
No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her.
You completely misunderstood.
Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure that she's already got a boyfriend.
Wait, really?
Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Oh my god. Yeah, she's got a waifu.
Monica kind of whispers that last part to me.
It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that.
Oh, well, there's not really anything wrong with that.
Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway. You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look.
Save me. Save me. The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Lord me. Lord me? Video game reference.
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
Not even being subtle anymore, I see.
You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing?
What am I even talking about?
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so everyone could come and sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? Hey, it's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well.
I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're really going to be doing for the event.
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing? Monica?
Yeah, we're going to be having poetry performances. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. This doesn't sound like a good idea, especially with a bunch of people who aren't very comfortable in their writing. Sayori, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys.
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone up until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to the whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. It's a pretty big thing to overlook. Also, everyone's closing their eyes. I don't know if that's so funny to me, but everyone's closing their eyes. So I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, and it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature's all about.
Yeah.
It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of this room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. Thank God it just did it on its own, because I was thinking that I might have to choose whether or not I agree or not, and that one of them would be the answer for Yuri and one of them wouldn't. And I didn't know which was which. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright.
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly... What is that word? Dejectedly. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reading them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting a poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Here is an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation? Oh, like recitation? Recitation, probably. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quite quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... He anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. After Image. Let's go! And Crimson! That was another one of the words. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone's stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her. We were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. Sorry. I'm just yawning. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori's. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she liked my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Yaoi liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It means that you're a bitch. It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. And next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Yaoi. Hey, it's not like I can compare to you guys anywhere. Might as well let Yaoi lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki? No, I agree. Let her cook. I'm gonna be the one to lower the standards a little bit. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. Everyone's already heard this poem. I've already told this to everyone. I recite my poem. Except Natsuki. No, she didn't know. I told it to her, she just didn't show me hers. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as anyone else. Don't worry about it so much.
I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
This poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me?
That's the point, Natsuki. That's what we're here for. Because
you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Okay, yeah.
There's one more part than I thought, so I don't think we'll finish it today. We might end here, in fact. Just because I am getting a little bit tired. I've been a bit sick recently, as I mentioned earlier. And also I don't want to, finish it in, basically 2 streams or something, you know? I do want to do Doki Doki, so the next 2 parts should probably be their own stream. And then after the big thing that ends Act 1, probably the whole last part will be its own stream as well. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. It's probably going to be like that for the other routes as well. Just 3 or 4 streams of roughly the same sort of timing. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well... The music is lovely. How am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Yaoi. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already.
God, I hate the main character.
I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to come with you.
Huh?
Oh, it's this decision. No, I don't want to pick it. I really don't. I don't want to pick it. Oh, but I'm gonna have to, because I'm romancing Yuri.
What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
Oh no. I'm so sorry, Sayori, but I have to. Oh, I'm gonna feel terrible. Oh, poor Sayori. I'm gonna feel so awful.
Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound?
Let's pour gas on the fire. No! I don't want to do this to you, Sayori. No!
I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I'd feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
Ooh, okay.
Bit gay, little bit gay.
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez, there's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
No! Oh, I feel awful! No! Oh! Oh, I'm being so horrible! No! Need you? Sorry, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I'd hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time.
Alright, we'll save here. And we'll exit for today. Oh, I didn't mean to return to the desktop, I just meant to return to the main menu, but I guess it doesn't really make a difference. Let me put on some music. No, fuck you. I clicked wrong! Music. Let's just put on the main theme. I just wanted to put on the main menu so that there would be some music for ending. Alright, well, that's going to do for today. I had a fantastic time. I think I'm gonna really enjoy this. Except for maybe when we're doing the part with Natsuki. That's probably gonna be not very fun. But I think that this is gonna be really fun. I'm really glad that I decided to replay this. Partially because my first playthrough, you know, kind of shit. I'm also planning on replaying A Night in the Woods someday, but I don't think I'm gonna do it yet because it lagged a bunch and I feel like it would just do the same thing if I replayed it today, you know? Like, even if I didn't have my VTuber model on, I feel like it's still gonna lag. I feel like it's not really gonna change. Good stream, thank you. I really enjoyed this. In my mind, I keep on saying it, I've been looking up for a while now, Bear is still live. He was live like way before I even started stream, but we are going to be raiding Bear. Let me open up his stream on my big monitor. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, that's right. I'm raiding. Very rare thing. He's playing Phasmophobia now. Yeah, we're gonna raid Bear. So I hope that everyone had a fantastic time. I certainly did. I really enjoyed this stream. Next stream, I don't know when it'll be, in a few days. We'll probably be starting Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, but not just Endless Mode. We'll probably be doing the base game and doing story mode. Let me click the button. So yeah, I've had a really good time. We'll probably be playing Doki Doki interchangeably with Spooky. Like, maybe Doki Doki, then Spooky, then Doki Doki, then Spooky, yada yada, go on and on. Or maybe we'll do some more Spooky, since Spooky's gonna take a bit longer, I think, probably. But yeah, I had a really good time, and I hope all of you did too. And yeah, I hope everyone has a really good day. Bye bye bye!